All right, so in my experience, racist is one of the most triggering words for white people.
I don't think that it's that triggering, to be honest. I think it's just social justice warriors that get triggered of the word racist. And to be honest, why should you be triggered? If you don't like somebody because of the skin of their color, so what? It is kind of stupid though. And you know, social justice warriors get very easily triggered, so what else is new?
But are all white people racist? Let me explain using science. Short answer, no. Long answer, yes, of course.
Of course. But this is fun, let me try something. Are all black people criminals? Short answer is no. The long answer is yes. Do you see how stupid that sounds? No? Yeah. But what about those people who have like black wives or husbands and they are white? So they really hate black people but they marry a black person or are in a relationship or have a best friend or a stepdad, stepmother. Yeah, this racism is really difficult when you are white person. You just have to be racist towards black people, no matter what you do.
A racist is defined as someone who feels discrimination or prejudice to people of a different race, or feels that one race is superior to another. You're probably already like, oh my god, but that's not me. Hold the fuck on, I'm not done. It's like 3 minutes left in this video.
3 minutes still? I read black people always saying that how they are better at sports. Is that prejudice? I think it kinda is.
Video. Chill. A lot of people are probably focused on the latter part of that definition, perceived racial superiority. But this behavioral neuroscientist is focused on the word prejudice. That word is the centerpiece by which the rest of this definition can exist. Fun fact, humans do have a tendency to create in-groups and out-groups, but they aren't born with prejudice. That's something that we learn. It's a product of nurture, not nature. What that means is that we learn it from the people we're around, the people that we're raised by.
Oh, so you mean that black people aren't criminals because of their race, but because they are raised by black people, or if they are raised by black people, then they become criminals. Yeah.
Also known as social contact. Social contact to different people has been proven scientifically to improve cognitive development and cultural understanding overall. Inside prejudice is bias, or the inclination to have certain opinions based on your personal experiences. Whether you think that Drake and J-Lo go well together, or that the 1996 motion picture Space Jam is the best movie of all time, it is.
Space Jam is a decent movie, but it's not near the greatest. And bias towards a race. Does that mean that when black people say to another black person that, hey brother or sister, whatever, so that's why they don't, why black people don't say hello brother to me, you know? They're not brothers or sisters or siblings. And is it that's why black people can call themselves niggers, and if I say somebody is a nigger, I'm a racist? So do you mean that kind of bias?
If you're gonna at me, combat me. We all have biases, and those biases align themselves to positive and negative emotions. Like, wow, I love this, or I hate this. These opinions are based on a multitude of things. For instance, the media, stereotypes, and being around people from different walks of life. I'll say it again for those of y'all in the back. We all have racial biases.
Oh, so black people are also racist. And Asians. And whatever.
So, is having racial bias the exact same thing as being racist? In my opinion, nah. Racism is a spectrum, not a binary where you can either be a racist or an angel. Take it from Obi-Wan.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
To all who have supported me so far, I apologize for losing your trust in using a Star Wars prequel reference. I'll do better from here on out. But he did have a point. Need proof? Let's go take a test. The implicit association test, or IAT, was a test developed by Harvard researchers to examine correlations between certain attributes like good, bad, fun, evil, and targets like black, white, gay, or straight. When I took the test, I showed less racial bias towards any one group, probably because I had a very diverse upbringing with friends and family from all walks of life. That puts me a little bit lower on our racism spectrum.
Of course it does. Have you talked to a white person that maybe had, as I said before, a stepdad who was black or a stepmother who was black or somehow otherwise diverse upbringing? And if that person scores less than you, that means that you're more racist than he or she is.
My man.
I did have a little bit of racial bias favoring people of African descent, which makes sense because I was raised by people of African descent and spent the most time with them.
But if a white person raised by white people show racial bias towards white people, I bet he or she is super racist, while black people of course are not. Double standards, much?
So yes, it's possible to have racial biases no matter how woke you are or how much you love The Wire. Racial biases can happen both ways. So, the IAT isn't the end-all be-all whether you're racist or not. But if you're like, man, according to this test, I might be a racist, start by diversifying your friend group. Pick up a history book, talk to folks who aren't like you. It's never too late to unlearn prejudice, but you have to acknowledge that it exists first, fam.
I have read history books. Although being a European, it has been mostly European history. I don't think that anyone should take these type of tests too seriously. If they show that you're racist, you know, maybe you have some tendencies toward racism. If it shows that you like to cook while naked, I don't know. It doesn't necessarily mean that you want to cook naked.
And watch Space Jam, it's mad good.
I know that you try to be funny with the whole Space Jam thing, but I think it's not going so well. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.